This is a Chinese pressure cooker, rice cooker. The Chinese people keep the best things for themselves. This is a very advanced version of the rice cooker. Here you have a dial for the timer. It switches mechanically off, so it doesn't use any electricity after that. And it only uses 800 watts, while the electric stove uses about 2000 watts, so it's twice as efficient. It's a pressure cooker for anything you put inside. Works with electricity. Set the timer from like 1 minute to 90 minutes. It works like that, very easy, very simple. Just close the lid, set the timer. This thing is currently in China. So the Chinese people have the better technology in China than they sell outside. And look at this, how many of those they have. Like 20 different models for this. Interesting, very nice. So the Chinese people are helping to advance the technology. And inside would probably fit about 3.5 liters. You could cook soup, rice, beans. Because it's a pressure cooker, it will cook anything in 10 minutes. You can take this out for cleaning. You can have like 2 or 3 of those bowls. Have different meals. Cook them twice as efficiently and as on the electric stove. And it's a fairly simple, and you don't even have to watch the fire because it switches off automatically. After the time is reached, it will just like this, boom, switch off. Doesn't use any electricity after that. So thank you for Chinese people for creating some amazing technology. And the best thing, it only costs around 80 euros. 50 in China, maybe 80 outside. So it's even cheaper, like it's cheaper than the luxury cooking pressure pot.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
tried,
That's
and
right.
I don't go back to eat my dinner. So you can come with me?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, totally. I have friends there.
If you really push it, you could cycle into the sky on an escalator.
internet really is the birth of the global mind. The internet is the light at the end of the dark tunnel. It is creating a global society, a global consciousness. We can all decide what we keep and what we replace. The popular culture is a mass hallucination, and when we step outside of the mass hallucination, then we see the real world. Nature loves courage. Make the commitment, and then nature will respond to that commitment by removing the impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream, and it will lift you up. This is the trick. This is how the magic is done. Half the time, we think that we are thinking, but in reality we are actually listening and responding to the environment around us. Change your environment, and your thoughts change. Go into the nature, and you discover yourself. If you do not have a plan for your own life, then you become part of somebody else's plan, and they will use you up. We have the technological power and the engineering skills to save our nature, to cure disease, to feed the hungry, to end the suffering. But we lack the intellectual vision or the courage to change our minds. We must evolve our mind from the 10,000 years of egoistic behavior. And it is not easy. Our global problem is not to find the answer. The problem is to face the answer and the solutions that tell us that we were wrong. It is hard to accept to be wrong. The ego is not helping in this situation. When you stop feeding your own ego, then you meet your own soul. The people are so distant from their own soul that when they meet their soul, then they think that it comes from another universe. The future of humanity is in the communication with our own soul. The dreams and the powerful plans can help us with that. Nature and the plants do have the answers. We must return to the nature and start listening.